I understand why people feel suspicious of that word. Influencer can sound really shallow, especially if we think of the classic examples that have come around in the last 5 to 10 years. It can sound like somebody constantly selling you a water bottle. It can sound like the art is secondary to the attention, but I don't think that artists and influencers have to be opposites. An artist is an influencer of people. That's part of the job. Music changes how people feel, and it shapes culture. It gives language to emotions that people haven't been able to explain, and it influences how people dress, move, think, grieve, celebrate, fall in love, and understand themselves. The problem isn't really necessarily influence. It's when the pursuit of attention becomes more important than the work. And that's a real danger, because content creation can become addictive. You start asking, will this perform? Before asking, do I love it? You start choosing the line that fits into a short clip instead of the line that the song actually needs. Been there, done that many times. You spend so much time appearing to make art that you stop making art. You create studio footage, behind the scenes footage, teasers, announcements, mood boards, release plans, countdowns, merchandise, a launch party, a documentary about the creation process, and then somebody asks, where's the song? And you say, the song is currently in development, coming soon, for like 14 months. Also been there. I'm sorry, patrons. I apologize tremendously. It's coming, I promise, but not in 14 months. Like literally within the next couple months. That sounds like, see, I'm doing it. I'm trying not to. I'm trying. I started this podcast because that's what I was doing with this podcast. Now I'm going to do the songs. It's coming. Anyways, you can perform productivity without producing anything, y'all. I know that because I can be extremely productive. I can spend an entire day organizing, planning, researching, automating, and improving systems. In fact, I have. I've spent entire weeks and months doing all of that. And then I look up and I realize I haven't even sung. Like, I've done 12 hours of work for the music career without doing any music. What? That's when I have to ask, is the machine supporting the artist, or is the artist now an exhausted employee of the machine? Now, this is the part that I don't want to lose. I don't want to build such an efficient content system that I become disconnected from the reason that the systems exist in the first place. I don't want to become excellent at promoting songs that I never have the time to write. And I don't want every creative choice to be based on what I think will perform based on the algorithm. Hello, Carmencita. Come join the party. Where is she? There she is. Hello. Hi. She wanted to say hello. Good girl. You gonna lay down? Down? This is what I mean when I say she's not good for systems, because this is the interruption. But I love her anyway. You want to go down? Okay, let's go down. Anyways, I don't want to hear a melody and immediately think, great, that will work in a reel. I want to make music because I have something to say. And I want to perform because I love becoming part of a piece of music. And I want to create experiences that stay with people. But I also want those experiences to actually reach people. That's the balance. I don't think that the answer is actually rejecting technology like a lot of artists are, or pretending that social media doesn't matter or exist. But I also don't think that the answer is allowing social media to control any artistic decision. The goal is to build infrastructure that protects the art, not infrastructure that replaces it.